Spanish, please.
The felonies,
Present.
the felonies for which he is on release pending, what are the charges?
On his open felony case, it's also multiple thefts, possession of an anti-shoplifting device.
All right.
Entonces está indicando o preguntándole a su señoría a la fiscalía que cuáles son los casos de delitos mayores que todavía están por resolver que usted tiene pendientes. Indica a la fiscalía que son por hurtos y por haber estado en tenencia de un dispositivo para hurto en tiendas.
So I find probable cause for the charge of multiple theft.
You're gonna find PC just for grand theft, third degree, and set
Correct.
a $2,500 bond.
What are the bonds that he's
Entonces-
out on?
I'm sorry, Your Honor, for the interpret. You first indicated that you find probable cause for multiple theft incidents. Was that correct?
Constituting grand theft, correct.
Entonces, su señoría indica que haya motivo fundado para las múltiples incidencias de hurto, constituyendo esto un hurto en mayor cuantía.
Your bond will be $5,000.
With a
La
hold.
fianza será de $5,000.
And to stay away from Burlington.
You placing a hold,
Well,
Se
correct?
le ordena,
Is he on probation?
He's out on felony bond and violated the terms of his release by picking up a new felony case. The
So I
state-
would place a hold on those cases for review of the pretrial release conditions.
además, se le pone retención porque usted estaba fuera bajo fianza por los casos de delito mayor y queda entonces pendiente revisión de esas condiciones de fianza que presuntamente han quedado quebrantadas.
Aaron Bird,
Spanish interpreter, please.
what? Okay. Aaron Bird?
To be Chávez Cabrera, Judge. Yeah.
Chávez Cabrera, I apologize. Thank you. You're charged with multiple theft, constituting grand theft. He's a
Muy bien,
co-defendant.
señor. Usted está enfrentando aquí acusaciones de múltiples instancias de hurto, constituyendo hurto en mayor cuantía.
I find probable cause state. What is your recommendation?
Haya motivo fundado. Fiscalía, ¿cuál es su recomendación?
2,500.
2,500.
Judge, I would ask if you would consider pretrial services for Mr. Chávez Cabrera. I see no prior record for him. He's lived in the community for about the last 3 years.
The bond will be
Pide la
25.
defensa, su señoría. Le pido que usted considere, por favor, los servicios del programa previo juicio, la supervisión del programa. Él no tiene antecedentes y lleva en la comunidad viviendo 3 años.
The bond will be 2,500.
La fianza será 2,500.
We do pretrial services as an alternate, Judge.
Who does he live with?
Pide la defensa. ¿Podría usted considerar como alternativa el programa, los servicios del programa? Pregunta al juez que con quién vive usted, señor.
With his mother.
me?
Responde la defensa con su mamá.
Where do you work?
¿Dónde trabaja? Hable directo al micrófono, señor.
Haciendo Uber.
I do Uber.
You say you live with your mother. Didn't you tell the police that you were homeless?
Usted dice que vive con su mamá. ¿Usted no le dijo a la policía que usted estaba desamparado, que no tenía hogar?
Actually, I'm reading another police report.
De
Can you
hecho,
give me
estaba
the
leyendo otro
paperwork?
informe policial. Un momento.
For this, yeah, this fellow. Where does your mother live?
¿Dónde vive su mamá?
En la misma dirección mía, 1529 Southway, 127 DHCD, Miami, Florida, código postal 33184.
You've been
¿Usted
here,
dijo 127 qué cosa?
TH Core puede ser, código postal 33184.
She lives at the same address I do. That is 1529 Southwest 127th Court, Miami, Florida 33184.
you said you lived here in Miami for 3 years?
¿Y usted dice que lleva 3 años viviendo aquí en Miami?
Sí, en la misma dirección.
Yeah.
And before
Yes,
then,
in the
where
same
were you
address.
living?
¿Y antes dónde vivía?
Desde que yo llegué al país he vivido ahí siempre.
Since I got into this country, I have lived here always.
What says the state?
I mean, it's over $1,000 worth of items. The state's requesting a bond.
I'll leave the bond as it is.
La fiscalía entonces considera de que se excede de los $1,000 el valor de las cosas, que está pidiendo fianza monetaria y el juez indica entonces que va a dejar la fianza tal cual había indicado anteriormente.
Aaron Bird,
What was the bond for Mr. Chávez Cabrera, Judge? I'm sorry.
okay, let me look at it again, man. 2,500.
Thank you.
Aaron Bird, let me ask a question. Do the police not have the ability to test methamphetamine as they do cocaine?
They usually don't test, most substances, they don't test, Judge. They just speculate. And then the lab is backed up and we wait until a lab report comes back.
They don't have those little testing.
A lot of times they refuse to do it because they say it's at risk of fentanyl poisoning since they don't know what the substance is, so they don't test it.
Okay.
Some will test it, but most of them don't.
You're charged with the possession of crystal meth, possession of paraphernalia, and trespassing. State, what say you?
Which defendant is this? Sorry, I don't see the paperwork.
I beg your pardon, ma'am.
What defendant? Are we out of turn, Miss Corey? Oh, it's Aaron Bird.
Aaron.
Okay, so Mr. Bird, 1 second.
He has a,
Right, he was released from prison on the 22nd, so a little over a week ago. So based
your-
on recent prison release requesting a bond.
Judge, I would ask for the TAP program. Mr. Bird appears to be homeless. They would be able to help him find a bed in a shelter. They would also be able to assist him in referring him for some drug treatment. This is a resident case, Judge.
I'll set no bond on count 1.
No bond for count 1. It is a bondable offense, Judge.
Is he a prisoner release?
No, he's entitled to a bond on these charges.
Madam Prosecutor, I could not understand what you just said.
Entitled to a bond on these new charges.
Okay. So what's your recommendation, ma'am?
1,000 count 1, 500 count 2, 150 count 3.
1,000 count 1, 500, and 150.
And you're denying the request for the TAP program, Judge?
Yes, ma'am. Abel Castro Reyes.
Spanish, please.
Present.
And he may qualify for the TAP program.
La fiscalía indica él puede que califique para el programa TAP.
Mr. Reyes, you are charged with the grand theft. I find probable cause.
Señor Reyes, usted estará enfrentando acusaciones de hurto en mayor cuantía, determina un motivo fundado.
State's request is TAP, alternate bond, 2,500.
La Fiscalía solicita como fianza que le dejen salir con supervisión del programa TAP con una fianza alternativa de 2,500.
I'll refer you to the TAP program with the alternate bond of $2,500.
If we can give him notice of his next court date, which I believe is going to be September 2nd in front of Judge Stuzen, courtroom 47,
At what time, Miss?
9 a.m.
9 a.m. Entonces, señor, se establece la fianza que le van a dejar salir con la supervisión del programa TAP, alternativamente 2,500 de fianza monetaria, alternativamente. Además, se le da notificación de que usted tiene que presentarse en tribunales el 2 de septiembre a las 9 de la mañana en la sala 47 ante la jueza Stusin en el edificio penal de justicia, Richard Egerstein.
And the date's confirmed by the clerk? Because that was the date yesterday.
I know, but it was, we did it because of Labor Day yesterday,
Okay,
because it really should have been the first yesterday.
perfect. Thank you.
Michael Alisma,
It's a bond out.
Gary Smith, Mr. Smith, you are before the court, sir, charged with petty theft as a felony after having been previously convicted more than 2 times.
He
State,
recently released from prison, released on June 20th of 2025. State's requesting the standard bond of 2,500 as well as a stay away order.
I would ask for the TAP program, Judge.
your bond will be 2,500. You are to stay away from Coles on Northeast 10th Court. Denzel Wright. I apologize. I just called you again.
Right as a bond out?
It's a bond out.
Wendell McLean. Mr. McLean, you're before the court charged with possession of crack and paraphernalia.
Does have some recent priors, but TAP may be willing to take him.
So your recommendation is staff.
Would ask for
Up to you,
TAP or
Judge.
TAP or pretrial, please.
Too many people talking at the same time.
Judge, it's up to you. I mean, I think it's borderline whether or not he should get a program if Your Honor wants to look at his priors and decide.
He has a loitering and prowling, resisting without violence of February of this year. The other ones, which are drug related, go back to 2019. So who do you live with, Mr. McLean?
I live with a friend.
I'm gonna put you in the TAP program. 1,500 and 150 will be your alternate bonds of the possession and paraphernalia. That it? James Jones? I can see clearly now. Mr. Jones, you are before the court charged with possession of cocaine, possession of paraphernalia, and drinking in public. State.
Caps fine, alternate fines, maybe 1,500, 150.
I would allow you to be referred to tab 1,000, 250, $1.
So his next
court
court
date?
date should be September 2nd. And it's in front of Judge Della O, 9 a.m. My paperwork says 2-4. I'm not sure if that's accurate.
Are you checking on something, Madam
No,
Prosecutor?
Judge, I think it's fine.
Okay,
He knows he's got to come back to court on the 2nd.
yes, ma'am. Walter Curry?
Judge, he's been held on an AC, no bond.
What is an AC?
An alias capias, so he failed to appear in court.
All right. He's charged with is he there?
Mr. Curry is present.
Phase 4.
You're charged with possession of cocaine with intent to sell and possession of cocaine.
State's recommendation is to set a bond, maybe split the bond between the two counts, 5,000 count 1, 2,500 count 2.
5,000, 2,500. Next person is Anthony Cade. Can I ask a question? What does that
Mr.
yellow posted mean?
They're requesting to be held on this case.
Okay, and who's Cabarga?
It's
the judge.
Okay.
Mr. K out on felony bond, F25 14402.
And let me ask you, is this Mr. Cade is the one that is now present in court?
Yes, Judge.
All right. You're gonna be held on the pending felony case. You're charged with possession of fentanyl with intent to deliver.
And unlawful possession of a dairy case. As to count number 1, I believe it should just be possession. If Your Honor would set a bond, count 1, 2,500, count 2, I'll stipulate to $1.
$2,500 and $1. Raul Rodriguez Lejera.
All right, let's talk about that. This hearing with Judge Marty moved briskly, but still managed to deliver some noteworthy moments, both in terms of courtroom dynamics and the challenges of managing a packed docket. Judge Marty, as always, was calm and controlled. There's a certain no-nonsense patience to his approach. He didn't raise his voice, didn't cut people off unnecessarily, but still kept things moving with clear authority. One case that stood out involved a defendant who seemed to be juggling two versions of the truth, first claiming he lived with his mother, then later saying he'd been homeless. When asked for specifics, there was some verbal fumbling, which the judge picked up on quickly but didn't hammer the defendant for. Instead, he used it as an opportunity to dig a little deeper. That's a good example of a judge staying respectful, but sharp. He wasn't going to let the record get muddled. There were several defense attorneys in the mix, some pushing for alternative release options like the TAP or pretrial programs, especially for defendants with limited records or signs of stability in the community. In one case, the attorney emphasized that their client had no priors and had lived in Miami for 3 years. The prosecution, on the other hand, generally held firm, especially when the value of the alleged theft exceeded $1,000, or when the defendant had violated release terms on another case. In those moments, you could sense a bit of courtroom tug-of-war, but nothing too dramatic. It stayed professional. The interpreters, both English and Spanish, deserve a nod here too. It's not easy to keep up when legal jargon starts flying. And there were a couple of moments where the interpreter had to clarify or pause to catch up, but overall they handled it well. One defendant with a recent release from prison caught my attention because his defense requested referral to a community program that could help with housing and treatment, an important reminder of how interconnected social support is with outcomes in these cases. Judge Marty seemed open to those conversations, giving measured consideration without letting things drift too far off track. There was also a light moment when someone asked what a sticky note on a file meant. Just a small thing, but it reminded us that even in court, sometimes you've got to ask the basic questions to keep things straight. In terms of courtroom atmosphere, it was steady, no outbursts, no theatrics. You could feel the pressure of a full docket, but everyone stayed respectful, and that, to me, is the sign of a well-run hearing. If you found this hearing insightful, consider subscribing, hitting the bell, and letting me know your thoughts in the comments below. I read every one,